you have come out with the Real Industry Plugs
Yes.
podcast. So
Yes.
what is that exactly about? What can artists learn from that?
Right. So the Real Industry Plugs, it actually started as an actual argument between me and a friend of mine. His name is Boom, man. He owns a company called Authentic Empire. And so we've been friends for maybe 15 plus years, and both, started in the music industry super young and, made it to where we are today. But we were arguing about independence versus signing to a major label. And it was a real argument, debate. Debate is a better word because we're not, like, I said, we're friends. So it wasn't like we had any skin in the game per se, but we were just debating different perspectives. And, I was of the mindset that the major labels aren't of much use anymore. You know what I mean? And so I was explaining that to him, and he was like, "You're crazy. That's the bag." He has a different point of view. And so we ended up going on Instagram Live with it. And so it spilled over to Instagram. Me and him are live. We arguing on live. And so we took the clip of that and posted it, and it went crazy. And we were like, you know what? Let's turn this into a podcast. Yeah. And so we started the podcast, Real Industry Plugs. But what has come from it has been amazing because we're able to educate so many different people. And, you end up learning with anybody on the internet, artists, just anybody putting out information on the internet or putting your energy out there on the internet. You'll find the people that connect to you and see it from your view. And then for Boom, man, he found the people that connected with him and saw it from his view. And so we end up, it's like a sports team damn near. It's like, whose team are you on? And so like the people love the show and they get educated by the show. And, I have my side rooting for me and his side rooting for him. It's a real fun show.
So you were on the side of the independent.
Yeah.
What were your like top points for rooting for that side?
Well, it's just a matter of where we are in the industry, right? Where we are in the world. Streaming opened up everything because the reason that the music business was able to create a sustainable business is because it was able to control the audience by TV and radio and the store. I can control who you see when you walk into FYE. I can control who you see when you play 106 in Park. I can control who you listen to when you turn on Hot 107.9. By doing that, I control, who sells. Because if you can never be heard, how can you sell? And so guess who's going to sell? My artist. All right, so that's the music business. That's the formula to it, right? But now, because of streaming and the social media, nobody can control who you hear. You're going to listen to who you want to listen to. Just like, I have people that like my point of view. There are people that like the type of artist you are. And so nobody can stop them from liking, oh, I like Amari. He's a great rapper. Nobody can stop me from liking Amari. There's no gatekeeping in it. And so with that being said, it's like, now what's the use for the label? The only use was I had to go to them because they control the airwaves. They don't control anything anymore. So why would I have to go to them? I can go viral for free. I can stream and go platinum without ever speaking to an industry executive. You know what I mean? There are people out there right now today that are platinum who have never signed any sort of paperwork. They're just completely at home in their living room making music that's fun to them, and the world is listening to it. It's just unstoppable at this point. So it's like, now, what do I need a label for? If you're not controlling anything, the only reason I came to you before because you controlled it. You don't control anything now. So it's like, oh, I'll just keep all this money to myself. You know what I mean? And so that's the genesis of it. But obviously, if you want to be a huge artist, now you have to be an entrepreneur. Because now you have to go out there and find the right team members. You can't do anything completely by yourself. You know what I mean? So my thing is, all of the people who are professionals in this industry who have been doing it for a long time, you can hire them. I'm hireable. You can hire JR McKee. If I wanted to get on playlists, I don't need a label to get on playlists. I'll just go hire JR McKee. You know what I mean? If I want to get on the radio, I don't need the label to get on the radio. I'll just go hire this independent radio person. You know what I mean? If I want to be big in UK, I don't need to call Interscope. I can call over to UK and say, hey, I want to hire you to work my record. And so that's where the entrepreneurship comes in. It's because like, now I want to be this huge global artist. Let me hire the right pieces and put the right pieces together with my team, all of which I've never given away any ownership. That's the main thing we were being robbed of, is ownership. When these record labels sell for 400 million, 500 million, the artists don't get any of that because they don't own anything. But now, because I created my own team, I've gone platinum. Now my catalog, my personal catalog as an artist is worth 50 million. I would have gave that away had I signed to a label. They would be worth 50 million, not me. I would only be getting my show money. And so that's what I'm explaining to people. I'm just kind of, trying my best to open people's eyes to what the business really is. And so that was my argument to Boom. And I did win that argument, by the way.